hello again. So for this episode, the second episode, I'm gonna be listening to an album I've not heard anything of, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I've heard none of these songs, but of course, it's a very popular album. It's Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures, and I'll be playing Peggle Deluxe. So, I feel like this is sure to be a very good episode. I know nothing about this album, genuinely. I don't know what to expect. I know it's a little electronic, kind of very cool. That's what I think. For now, I remember. I'm not listening to the original one. This is the Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I didn't realize this album came out in 1979. This might be... But anyways, I'm listening to the 2019 digital remaster, so it's higher quality, but it's not the original, which may change a few things. I don't know. I've not listened to this album. I know nothing about it. I just know a lot of people like this one. So, without further ado, I think I'm going to click the play button after I press record, because I just realized I wasn't recording the video. Say hello to Peggle. Cool. So I'm pressing the play button. Feel free. Okay. Because the music's going to be weird on your end, feel free. I'm going to make a countdown, and feel free to play the album at the same time as I'm doing it. Therefore, you get a better experience. And I noticed... funny thing about the last episode is that, so there wasn't a copyright, thank God. Well, no, there was one, but the video itself wasn't copyrighted because of the music. It was copyrighted because of the Simpson clip I showed with Paul McCartney, which was interesting. And there was no claim on it or anything. There was no casualty. It just tells me, hey, this isn't yours. And I'm like, yeah, it's not mine. Duh. So, yeah, but the YouTube was fine with how I edited the song, or the album entirely, but I wasn't, and I feel like it was kind of hard to tell what was going on, because it was so edited that you could kind of hear what was happening if you really listened in, or if you were like a big fan of the album, you probably could be able to tell. But, your average Joe probably wouldn't be able to. So, I'm going to try, we'll see how this works. I'm going to try to make it a little less edited and see if anything pops up. So, hopefully this is a better listening experience. Or YouTube will mute the whole thing, which, that would be funny. That would be sad. That would be very unfortunate, but it would be funny. So without further ado, I'm going to press play in 3, 2, 1. That's not the right song. Okay. I freaking love me some Peggle, dude. Wait a minute, I know this bass riff. Wait a minute, I fucking know this song. Wait, hang on. Oh shit. I just got like Vietnam flashbacks of high school. That was terrifying. Without further ado, let's get into Peggle. I freaking love Peggle, dude. It's pretty awesome. So I think I've already completed it, as you can see by my beautiful trophy here. So, I think I'll do quick play and just pick some fun levels. Yeah, we'll start pretty basic here. Oh, I forgot I could choose a character. This one's good. Okay, these sound effects are a little loud. Yeah, I'll turn those down in a second. I kind of like this one. Hang on. Alright. Yeah, I freaking love Peggle, man. A friend introduced me to this in, like, I think sophomore year of high school, and the rest is history, because I just played the whole thing. And I know Peggle Knights is supposed to be better, and it kind of is better, but I didn't finish that one. There's a certain appeal to this one that Peggle Knights didn't get for me, and I don't know what it is. I think it's genuinely because Peggle Knights is genuinely really hard of a game. If you're not like a Peggle pro, it does get a little challenging sometimes. Which, I mean, is fine. There's nothing wrong with a good challenge. Nice. Oh, snap. Okay. There's nothing wrong with a good challenge every once in a while. But when the whole shebang... Okay, well. When the whole shebang is like that, you know, it does get a little taxing, and then I forget about it. Oh. Okay. Look at that. Extreme Fever. But I think this song in particular, because I said I haven't heard any of this album. I've heard this song. I like this song. This is definitely going to make me reminisce about my early high school years a little bit. Play random level. That sounds nice. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think. My day today was definitely something interesting. I went to, actually, this is the first time I've ever done this before, and it was pretty freaking sweet. I went to a little cat cafe recently. I went to the big city and went to a cat cafe there, and it was pretty nice, I'd say. I think owning cats, you know, you really get to understand the social hierarchy of cats. And I gotta say, the vibes of that cat cafe for the cat hierarchy, they were a little messed up. I know I sound like a lunatic talking about cat hierarchy, but it's a real thing, trust me. If you're not a cat lover or don't own a cat, or I guess cats, plural, you probably won't exactly get it. But cats, they're very assertive, I'd say, in their behaviors. And they all have their own little hierarchy. And then what every other cat does is, okay, so this is how cat hierarchy works, right? It's similar to dog hierarchy or like wolf hierarchy, where there is an alpha, you know, a leader of the pack. But with cats, if you even introduce just like just one new variable into their hierarchy, or into your own home, and you have multiple cats, it shifts the hierarchy entirely. So, like, there will be power balances between other cats. It's a weird thing. Like, if you say you get your cat a nice little cat tower, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight over dominance of that. They like to be assertive, and they want to make sure the other cats know. They're like, hey, this is mine. And so when you're a cat in a cat cafe that is full of people, and you feel the need to fight for your the attention because you're a cat, it does kind of mess with it, I will say. So understanding that was like, I understood the social dynamics of those cats very quickly, which is unusual. And they definitely let me know what was going on. There was this one cat. He's a little tuxedo cat. I thought he was adorable. I love tuxedos, and I thought he was so cute. But he was very certain, or he made sure to let everyone know he did not want to be touched, like, at all. Uh, I only got to pet him for a little bit before he started having attitude, so then I stopped. But like even the other cats couldn't go up to him. He was a little bit of a butt. But that's okay, because he was adorable nonetheless. He was very large. And that's not to say that the people at the cat cafe were overfeeding them. I'm sure they were feeding them, the appropriate amount. His metabolism was just slow enough to where he get big. Oh my gosh, I tried to do something cool and it flopped. So yeah, that was pretty fun though. I definitely came out of there with like a big old smile on my face. But one thing that I find peculiar that I did today, so I went to the cat cafe, and of course it's a cafe. I'm gonna get some coffee, so I got some coffee. And then I went to a separate cafe, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get anything like sugary, so I'm just gonna get a normal Americano. And so I did that, and then I had another cup of coffee whenever I got home. So I had the equivalent. Actually, yeah, I had 3 coffees today. 3 whole coffees, and I think that's the legal equivalent of doing like hard drugs. I'm a little. My stomach kind of hurts, and I'm feeling pretty bouncy right now. It's not good. Oh man. So if I seem pretty sporadic with my thoughts, like more so than the last episode, that's why. That's definitely why. I'm on my 3rd cup, and I feel the heart problems coming. But like 3 cups of coffee, I feel like it's the equivalent of 1 Monster Energy. So maybe it's not that bad. I'm just gonna have like a stomach ache. But generally, my rule is for coffee is every once in a while I will have more than 1 cup, and my rule is cool. My general rule is, oh my god, if I have more than 1 cup, it has to be black. I'm fortunate enough to where I can drink black coffee, and it'd be fine. That was pretty sick. Okay, well that was lame. Anyways, yeah, so I can drink black coffee just fine. Like, it's not the most pleasant thing in the world, but I'm not displeased whenever I have it. So, yeah, like, if it's a good blend of black coffee, I think I'd be a little more happy than if I had some, like, super sugary sweet drink, I'm the type of person where I do have, like, a really bad sweet tooth. It's pretty freaking chronic. So, like, but it's not for sugary sweets so much as it is for chocolate. I really like chocolate. Like, if I guess because it's Halloween, it kind of aligns. Yeah. No. Yeah. Pardon me. Goodness gracious. So, if I had a cup of, no, I'm saying the wrong thing. My goodness. Okay. If I went to Walmart and I got a bag of chocolate, like those little chocolate chunks, and I wasn't careful, I probably would eat that whole bag without even thinking. Or if it's like a chocolate donut or chocolate ice cream, I have to watch myself, genuinely. Because I will just eat everything that is chocolate flavored. Maybe not cake. I'm weird about cake. So, like, I think cake is really good, obviously. But if it has, like, fondant on it, it doesn't really do it for me. Oh, wow, that is unfortunate. I think it ruins the cake for me because what I like the most about cake isn't never the fondant or the icing. It's mainly the actual cake part of it. Actually, that's where the sweet tooth is. Really, it's the little pastries. I love pastries. I would say like a year ago was mainly chocolate things, but any pastry I'm a fiend for. I will tear that up. I will tear it in half and sink my teeth into it. Pastries, they're freaking good, man, and they're horrible for you, especially little Debbie's. Oh my god, uh, it'll kill you. I don't know if that's actually true, but I think it'd be kind of funny. No, it would not be funny. I need to think about what I'm saying here. Uh, Dying to a pastry is not funny. It's actually very sad. Yeah. I mean, my uncle died to a pastry once. That's a crazy story. Maybe on episode 49, I'll tell it. See, pastries are really good. I think my favorite pastry's got to be probably Zeba cakes, if I'm being honest. I'm playing it safe here. This audio is interesting. You know, I'm gaming. Okay. I love this mechanic. I think it's hilarious, actually. I think it's hilarious. I realize, so there are certain words and phrases that, everyone repeats nonstop. Like, it's just their words, and they get to do as they please with it. One of my words is actually, and so, and me saying in like the middle of a sentence. Also, like, that's a horrible word. I probably shouldn't be pointing this out because then you'll sit down and have to think about what I'm saying. Because then, dear viewer, you will be paying attention to every time I say like, and actually. See, there. It used to be. I swear, it used to be ironic. And I'm holding back now. I'm holding back. I'm just gonna embrace it. I'm just embracing it. Okay, so see, this is hard. I'm sorry, it's hard. Jesus. Okay, I can say a sentence without like, or Anyways, I already forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so see now I'm psyching myself out. It's genuinely hard to speak now, cause it's like I'm paying attention to everything I say now, and I'm realizing, it's a lot of the same thing, like same phrases, and that's what I mean. That's the point I'm trying to make. So. Actually, and so, and like, and are definitely words I use. Used to be ironic for me, cause I would start a conversation, and I still do it now, like chronically, but what it used to be was I would start like a conversation that's kind of like an awkward subject almost, like it's a stupid subject, and I'll go and that's what I would do. And I still do it now, but I currently prefer It used to be merm too. Merm was like big in Merm was huge for me in like 2022. I was a merm specialist. I was a murmur, as they like to say. I mermed hard. I mermed fast. I was a big murmur. So if you ever need a merm, I'm here to merm your world. Was that cool? Was that cool to say? Oh my gosh. Oh, I just realized. I kind of want to replay that level. I think I could do it. I'm gonna be alien guy. Let's run that back. Look at that. Oh yeah. Keep it going. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, I love Peggle. I don't know if I've said that enough. I love Peggle. It's weirdly one of the most satisfying games I have ever played. And it just scratches an itch in my brain. A big itch. A fat itch. Guy, look at that. How do you not feel the sense of dopamine from that sweet slide right there? That was killer. One thing I'm noticing about the music so far, let me actually talk about the music here. I really like the bass tone. Like, really like the bass tone. I think it's killer. I might learn some of these songs on bass because I think it's so freaking good. And especially for 1979. I mean, it's not like this wasn't unheard of, and it's definitely became more of a prominent thing, inspiring artists like, I don't know, Billy Idol, I guess, for a more heavier, deeper sound. It's pretty sweet. Oh! Sorry. That was awesome. $100 trillion million. I like him forward facing a lot. Okay, I thought my score was so crazy good that it crashed. And I got scared. We'll go back to random. It's very artistic. So what I'm hoping for with this audio, and I hope this works because it'll make it like kind of comprehensible, is I'm hoping to just add some reverb. Like heavy reverb. But it hopefully wouldn't get picked up by, you know, any of the rights which shall not be named, and completely ruin my video here. Because really what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to listen to some music, and I want to share my listening experience with everyone. Like, I think my ultimate goal here is just a listening party, really. Where, you know, if down the line it comes to it and I have to mute the music, I will. It would be very unfortunate and I'd be very sad, but I would do it for the experience, and then I would just recommend playing it on my countdown. But if I can, you know, just have the music very quietly play and yap over it and then play video games, I'd be set. I think I'd be very content. Because I was thinking about this while I was in the car, and what I think is, you know, what I am imagining this is, it's like a nice. It's sort of like a bar playing live music, and the music's kind of loud, but, you know, I'm speaking over it to you, and I feel like I just opened an RP. Like, yeah, imagine I'm in a bar, and we're talking, and the music's playing, and I look into your eyes and I say, hey, have you ever played Peggle? Imagine that exact scenario in your real life. And if you can do that, you should subscribe. Yeah. I think that's the general consensus here. If you can imagine that exact scenario I said, you have to subscribe. You're morally obligated. This is a written contract, and you have no choice. So, I can't wait to see number go up because you subscribed right now. Let me go over here. Shoot! I accidentally... So I have this in windowed mode. And I accidentally clicked off the windows, so it didn't shoot at the proper time. I was hoping I got this one, but I guess not. So yeah, this bass tone's great. What I'm finding to be a little, I don't know. I think I always have some kind of issue. I think this is what turns me away from most music or newer songs. Is the fact that I generally don't like most vocalist performances. Not to say this is bad. I think this is fine. But it's just that. It's just, I'm sure if I watch this in, like, I don't know, 2 years, I'm a big Joy Division fan. I'm like, I can't believe I said that. But, and I'm sure all Joy Division fans are going to narc on me for this one. But, I don't know, it's not, it definitely fits the music. I think the vocalist really fits this music. But it's not something you can play in your car speaker. It's not, I don't know, it's difficult to put this into words. It's so, textured, I guess, is kind of what I might go for. And, yeah, it's so textured in a way to where it kind of makes it hard to continuously listen to and defend. Like, I said the same thing for Phil Collins. I say the same thing for Led Zeppelin. It's great music. It's fantastic music. You have to get used to the vocalists, though. Because what they're doing fits the music great. But it's not for everyone. And I think I'm able to recognize when a vocalist is not for everyone. And I think this is one of those. Like, okay, another example for this that I think of is, I think he's a great vocalist, but Jim Morrison, from The Doors, has a very particular way of, singing. And if you're not used to it and you don't know what you're getting into, it could be a little off-putting. I think that's what it is. If you don't know what's going on, it's a little off-putting. And I only kind of knew what was going on. So this is, unfortunately, the slightest bit off-putting. It's not bad, though. I definitely like, I am enjoying it. But I can understand, people having difficulty continuously listening to this. I don't think I'm going to be able to make this one. Watch this Peggle right here. Oh, snap. What can I say? I'm Mr. Peggle. I'm also Mr. Big Leagues. Mr. Big Leagues Peggle. Watch this last ball. And we're going to pretend like I make it. I really like this bass tone, like a lot. I'm probably going to say that for this entire album, and especially at the end too. But this, I'm a simple man. You give me an album that has a really good bass tone, and I'm like, heck freaking yeah, dude. That sounds cool. I like this Caterpillar. For you. I don't mean to make fun of, the voice here. I never intend to. It just comes out like that because I'm a little bit of I'm cynical, And I'm starting to dislike that fact about me, like genuinely. It's a weird part of aging where, before I'd say random bullshit and I'd be like, yeah, and I mean it. But, ooh, okay. That was kind of nasty lick. But yeah, I would say what's on my mind. And as I older, I could have. Oh well. I find myself saying the same thing as I normally would, and being like, why did I say that? And I'm sure anyone anyone in a similar age group as me, definitely has had that thought before, where they used to say something like pretty frequently, and they meant it wholeheartedly. Maybe not wholeheartedly, but at least half-heartedly. Maybe a lot of half-hearted, words that were never meant to be taken seriously. But I think I'm getting to the point in my life where I take myself seriously, which is ridiculous because I know who I am. I know what kind of person I am. I'm not the serious type, but I feel an almost need to take myself seriously. It's a strange parallel where I don't want to be taken seriously, but I do. It's weird. It's contradictory. It doesn't make sense at all. For my behavior and my thoughts do not make sense compared to how I am as a person. It's like, I want to be taken seriously, but I also don't want to be taken seriously. I want my actions to be taken seriously, but I don't want my words to be taken seriously. And I'm sure later on down the line, I'll want my words to be taken seriously. Just not right now. But I feel an almost social requirement, to have my words be serious, because I feel like I should be serious. It's unusual. It's a very difficult thing to manage, and it's something that's just been on my mind for the past few months now. Because I don't know. It's an unusual thing. I mean, it really is in of itself a paradox of what I'm trying to figure out with myself here. And I don't know. I think it's because I've become to realize recently I've always known I'm cynical, and it's just who I am as a person. But I'm starting to not like it. Like, I think it's fine whenever it's in a comedic stance. I think cynicism is still funny, regardless of how I feel about it. I can't help that fact. I think it's hilarious when other people are cynical. Sometimes. There are a few instances where, like, okay, this is a little too much. It's like, it's very in your face, like, whatever. Who cares? You care too much about not caring. But still, as far as humor goes, I think cynicism is fine. At this present moment in my life, I think cynicism is fine. I think my worldview is too cynical in present year. Like, I can't look at genuinely nice things happening in the world without an almost jaded point of view. It's made it hard to get genuinely excited about things, which sucks, because I remember a time in my life getting genuinely excited for things, but just somewhere down the line, I think something in my brain short-circuited, and I find myself lacking genuine excitement for a lot of things. Because in my head, it's like the same old thing, same old dull routine. Even if it's something brand new that I know I'm going to enjoy, I find a hard time genuinely enjoying it. Like, okay, for example, I say I love Peggle, right? And I do. I know that as a fact. I freaking love playing Peggle. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now. But I have this jaded view. It's like, well, I've already played these levels before. you know, why bother? Why would I replay these levels? I've already played them. This is pointless. Why would I do this? Um, you know? And it's an interesting thing, really. Hang on, let me line up this shot. Okay, well that didn't go as planned. But yeah, okay. So I say I like Peggle. I love playing Peggle, which is this is a true fact of my life. I love Peggle, but I don't have that flowery feeling in me anymore playing a game I like. It's weird. I think it's because I have this view, this mindset, where like, yeah, I could play this game. I know I'm going to enjoy, but I could be doing so much better things with my time. It's a horrible point of view, and I'm able to recognize that, which I think is, I guess, progress in the long run. But I'm just starting to miss that feeling. I think this is interesting vocal layering, actually. Hang on. Okay, well, now they're not speaking. Oh, wait, there's a fucking German Shepherd in my yard. Wait a sec. Oh, wow. Hang on, I'm gonna pause this and then be right back, because I need to check on my dog. Okay, my dog's okay. That was very strange. It was a big German Shepherd, too. Like, it was huge. It was bigger than most German Shepherds, so it had to be a dude. But that was frightening, yeah. She seems to be fine, though. It didn't seem to bother her too much. She seemed a little grumpy, though. Anyways, continuing this on. I lost my train of thought. Oh well. Back to Pickle. Freaking love Pickle, man. I think this should win Game of the Year every year. I genuinely mean that. I think this game's perfect. It's got pegs and ols. What more could a guy ask for, really? I don't need a lot in my life, but as long as I have... Well... I don't know if I want to say that. I was gonna... No. I'm choosing not to this time. Not this time. I think anyone can interpret what I was going to say. And it would have been funny, so I definitely thought about that. Oh, that is perfect. Hang on, watch this amazing clutch right here. As I line up this... That scared me. That was all in my left ear. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's fine. We run it back. Okay, I probably could have timed that to where I get another chance. But I wasn't feeling very particular. I really like the comedy behind the idea of, like... I mean, I think if anyone has watched my second channel, Extra Zanza, you know I love the comedy of not editing. So I just thought about how funny it would be to not cut out me being gone for, like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Speaking of which, I'm sure if, you know, anyone watches it, you'd be able to tell all of those recordings are over a year old now. Which is so funny in retrospect. I love being able to do whatever I want with it. It's I don't know, it's a fun feeling. It's like, yeah, this is a year old now, and we say things that are very, very dated now. And chopped up the recording to where it's barely watchable. But, oh, I'll do it anyways. It does not matter to me. So long as I'm still able to do that, I think I have life given to me. Okay, perfect. Also, whenever I paused, I realized we're on the last song right now. This one has kind of flown by. Which is, maybe it's just because this is scary, actually. It's actually legitimately terrifying. Oh my god. But maybe I've just enjoyed listening to this album so much that I've not paid attention to the amount of time that's gone by and how swiftly it has gone. I have a thought. I think I'm listening to the audio right now for the vocalist, and I think going with the remaster was kind of the wrong choice. If I'm being honest, it feels too crisp almost. Like, I feel like there would be a little bit more charm if it was crusty. Yeah, that's my thought. And, you know, I'm sure at least one person in history agrees with me. That's a powerful statement. Because it's generally true. no matter how long you live, as long as you say something into the atmosphere of life, someone throughout all of possible history will agree with you. And it's a statement that's stood the test of time. Genuinely. Because no matter who you are, someone out there will agree with you based on what you say. So if you say, like, I love Monopoly, there's at least one person throughout the multitude of human lives that will agree with that statement and think, yeah, that's correct. I agree with that. I don't agree with that though. I don't particularly like Monopoly, I'll be honest. Oh, what? Okay, so this isn't. Oh wait, this is catchy though. I don't think I've heard this before. Anyways, so that's the end of this album, Unknown Pleasures. I'm gonna listen to the last song on the original. On the original mixing of it. If I can find it, shoot. Because I feel like it would be better. Yeah. Better. Much better. Okay, well this is 2007 remaster. I want the original. The original. See, now I have to dig. I didn't want to dig. I'm gonna have to. What was that song's name? Okay, well, I know Disorder, so let me go for that. Disorder. Original mixing. Something in the way she moves treats me like no other lover. Okay, so this is 2007. I can't find the original. I would say there's more crust. Okay, so that's 2007. Let's go to 2019 now. Actually, let's play them at the same time. Ooh, I might have listened to the wrong mixing. Uh-oh. Oh no. Maybe if I... Okay, so it's like 2 seconds apart. Oh! Wow, this sounds horrible. Okay, so I think my general verdict is listen to the 2007 one. Um, unless you want to listen to the clean Christmas of it, um, I think the crust adds a good bit, a little bit extra. That sorry, the crust adds. Genuinely, I mix the words genuinely and generally. Um, hmm. Yeah, I can't find the original mixing though. Hang on, let me joy division original mixing. Oh. Okay, so they have breakdowns of the music, which is really cool. I love videos that do that. George Michael and Morrissey. That's a wild combo. But I guess they would be the same. I fucking hate Morrissey's hair. God. Like I'll get to the Smiths whenever I get to the Smiths, but I got words to say about Morrissey. Um so what do I think about this? Maybe I should make bullet points, but I feel like that would take me out of conversation. I mean, this is okay. You the viewer are essentially a beta tester in this. This series here in the very beginning. Um, I think it's good. I actually think it's great. Actually, I really enjoyed it. Actually, yeah, it's great. 8 out of 10, just on first listen. Again, I went over this in my first video, but I reiterate it. This is a half-baked listen to. I didn't pay that much attention. So what I say needs to be taken with a grain of salt. It's not 100% the truth of uh what it is. It's just if I like this setting. If I were in a bar and I was listening to this music, if someone had this album playing and I was conversing, I would be like, "Wow, this is great." And that's it. Yeah, genuinely, I wouldn't be paying attention to the lyrics. I wouldn't be paying attention to the sound, except for every once in a while. And I would say, "Wow, this is great. I'll probably listen to more of this," and I probably will listen to more of this because I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Favorite songs on here. I mean, of course, I like Disorder. Apparently, I have a history with that, and I didn't realize it. Um, I liked Enter Zone. I honestly, like halfway through this album, it all. Sorry, I'm moving around my chair. It's those 3 cups of coffee. Really did me in. Yeah, halfway through this album, it kind of just became a blur, which will happen whenever you're listening to an album for the first time. I think that's a general truth to where every song sounds like the exact same. It's never the case, and then whenever I give okay, so there's gonna be like one instance where I'll be listening to this album and I'm like, wow, this is actually fantastic. These songs are all so different. How did I ever think they were all the same? It happens with every single album I'm listening to, and I'm sure over the course of time, I'll explain that experience because it's yeah, it's a pretty real one. This is a great album. Really, like I can't think of any issues I had. I mean, I said the thing about the vocalist, but that's just how I am. I don't think anyone else really. I mean, not many people would probably have that same issue to where, you know, a new voice singing to you, it can be a little interesting to try to adjust to. And I think that's the way I'm choosing to phrase it. Yeah. I actually just want to listen to it again so I can really pick up on some of the nuances that I missed out while I think I was being like existential or something, having my midlife crisis at in my 20s, which is great. I love that for me. Middle age is gonna be bright. My future is gonna be bright. Um, so yeah, without you know, well, that's basically my complete thoughts. I highly recommend listening to it. Uh, what I would recommend the listening experience to be for this album is you go to a record store and you find this album, this specific one, and first you have a record player at home. That's your first criteria. You go to a record store, you get this album. It's gonna be like $40, cause the record store owner they knows it's good. They'll upcharge you, so you pay it anyways, cause you found this album, and you could order it off of Amazon, but you want to support local business. So you go home, you slap this sucker on your record player, and you just lay in bed. Just listen to it. You don't have to be doing anything. Doing anything would actually probably ruin the experience a good bit. So yeah, do that. I think that's the preferred listening experience to this album. Besides, watching through this entire video. I think that's I think that's the best way you should listen to this is to me, yapping over it, and you could probably barely hear it. I think that's the ideal way. So after I end this video, what you should do really for the best listening experience is start this video back from the beginning and watch it all the way through. Just keep doing that. That's the best way. Okay, bye.